The game of life is not a game of chance. It is a game of law, spiritual law. And the moment you know this, you hold the winning ticket. The lottery is not won in the marketplace. It is won first in the mind. It is won in the word. It is won in the feeling. And it is won when your faith becomes the substance of things hoped for. To manifest a lottery win, you must come into perfect alignment with the law of abundance. You must erase every belief in chance, in luck, in competition. There is no competition in spirit. What is yours will come to you by the divine right of consciousness. When a man or woman says, "I am rich in divine substance," money comes to me from every direction, and I am a magnet for miracles. They are speaking truth. They are planting the seed, and the subconscious never fails to obey the spoken word. You must see yourself holding the winning numbers. Feel it, touch it in your imagination. Hear the announcer call your name. See the check in your hand. Smell the ink on that check. Walk as though it is already yours. Because in truth, it is. If you can see it in the mind, you shall hold it in the hand. Speak aloud this affirmation morning and night. There is no limit to what God can do. I now draw to me the winning vibration. I align with infinite intelligence. I call in wealth. I welcome surprise money. I am chosen to receive. Do not speak of delay. Do not dwell in doubt. Doubt and fear are the two thieves that crucify your good. You must cast them out and say, "I now neutralize every negative pattern. I dissolve disbelief. I clear all resistance. The tide has turned in my favor. There is no magic in a ticket. The magic is in the mind. The magnet is in the word. The force is in the faith. And once your vibration matches that of a winner, nothing can keep it from you." One woman said to me, "But Florence, I've played the lottery for years and never won." And I told her, "You never truly believed you could. You played with fear in your heart, with doubt in your mind, with poverty in your subconscious." And she said, "Then what must I do?" And I said, "Speak your good into existence." And she did. And she won. Not once, but again and again and again. Do not beg. Do not chase. Do not wish. Only declare. I now win by divine design. I receive what is mine by perfect spiritual timing. If you believe that the infinite is limited, you tie the hands of spirit. But if you say there is no ceiling on my wealth, I am open, I am ready, I am already chosen, then you activate the law of increase. Be as a child, expect the miracle, rejoice before the harvest, and trust this: your name is already written on the prize. Your number is already being drawn. Your abundance is already here. You do not wait to win. You walk like a winner now. Because when your word is aligned, when your faith is firm, when your vibration is lifted, the universe must respond. It is law, and the law never fails. The lottery is not a game of chance. That's the great illusion. Most people believe it's random, unpredictable, a twist of fate. But when you understand the laws of the universe, you realize there is nothing random in spirit. Everything that happens is a reflection of consciousness. The outer world is always mirroring the inner belief, and that includes the numbers drawn, the name called, and the money received. People look at the lottery and see luck, but in truth it is law, divine law, unchanging, immovable, precise. And this law says, whatever you feel with faith, whatever you see with belief, whatever you speak with certainty, it shall be done unto you. So if you believe you're the kind of person who always just misses the win, who gets close but never grabs it, that belief becomes the seed, and in spirit, faithful and obedient, delivers exactly that, not as punishment, but as a mirror, as a match to your vibration. But the moment you decide to align with truth, to trust that the universe is not chaotic, but orderly, the game changes. You become the cause, not the effect. You no longer look at the ticket and hope it's the one you know it will be. You hold it in your hand, already feeling the outcome, already feeling the excitement in your heart, the tears in your eyes, the overwhelming rush of course it was me. And that confidence, that deep spiritual knowing, is what activates the law. When you walk by faith and not by sight, you step into the dimension where all things are possible, because in the unseen there are infinite outcomes. All of them already exist, but only the one you are in harmony with will appear, the one that matches your vibration. That's why it's not the numbers you pick that matter, it's the energy behind them, the energy behind your belief, the power behind your words. You can't say, "I never win," and expect to win. You can't say, "It's probably not going to happen," and expect the universe to hand you a miracle. Your words are the mold, and the subconscious is the substance. When you speak lack, you shape more lack. But when you declare in full faith, "I am divinely guided, I am a chosen receiver, I am rich in all forms," you set the wheels of divine timing in motion. What most people call luck is really alignment, and you align not by chance, but by choice. Every day you have the power to choose a new vibration, to cancel old patterns, to break cycles of fear, to stop saying what you don't want, and start commanding what is already yours in spirit. Your winning ticket already exists. Your name is already written on a miracle, but you must become the version of you who is ready to hold it. You must act like it's done, feel like it's done, feel like it's done. Thank the universe as if it already delivered, because when you are in the feeling of already having, the law says, so be it. You do not need to chase, you do not need to beg, you simply need to align. You need to let go of the belief that only some are chosen. You are the chosen. You always have been. You are not hoping to be worthy. You were born worthy. You are not waiting to be lucky. You are here to create luck through faith. Speak it now. It is not a game of chance. It is a game of choice. And I now choose to win. This is not blind belief. This is spiritual intelligence, the highest form of knowing, and the more you rest in that truth, the faster your reality bends to match it. What you believe about the lottery doesn't change the numbers, it changes your position in the spiritual lineup. And when you step into divine order, you step into the winning flow. Every thought becomes magnetic, every word becomes a signal, and every ticket in your hand becomes a vessel of possibility. Your word is your wand. Whatever you speak into the ethers returns to you multiplied. The moment a word leaves your mouth, it becomes a command to the universe, an order written in spiritual ink. This is not poetry, it is law. Spoken word is creative power, and when that word is fueled by emotion and belief, it becomes a force that nothing can resist. If you want to win the lottery, you must begin by winning in your speech. You must stop talking like someone who's trying, hoping, wishing, and start speaking like someone who already knows, like someone who already possesses the vibration of victory, because the spoken word is the first step of manifestation. It is the ignition point, and if the words are weak, the reality will be weak. If the words are strong and confident and filled with life, the results must obey. Each time you say, "I am lucky," money flows to me with ease. I am aligned with winning energy. You are carving out a new space in your subconscious. You are rewriting the script of your life. The old version, the one who believed that miracles were rare, that wealth belonged to someone else, that life picks favorites, is being dismantled, line by line, and in its place, A new identity is born. One who speaks wealth, one who attracts favor, one who moves as if the world bends in their direction. There is no room for hesitation in divine speech, no room for contradiction. You cannot say I am abundant one moment, and I never win anything the next. The law does not respond to mixed messages, it mirrors the dominant energy. So make sure the dominant word you carry is clear, intentional, and powerful. Speak as though spirit is listening, because it is. Speak as if every cell in your body is tuning to your tone, because they are. Every time you say, I am a winner, I am chosen, I am open to massive unexpected wealth, your frequency rises, and you begin to emit a signal that draws in the matching reality. It may not be visible immediately, but it is instant in the realm of spirit, and once it's done there, it must appear here. That's why you must fall in love with repetition, not mindless repetition, but conscious, fiery, magnetic repetition, the kind that stirs your soul, the kind that sends goosebumps across your skin. When you speak your affirmation like it's already real, like you can taste it and touch it, you collapse time, you accelerate delivery, you open the gate. Affirm aloud, daily, I am a magnet for money, I am aligned with winning vibrations, every ticket I touch turns golden. I speak abundance, and it answers. These words are not fantasy, they are foundations. They build the structure of your future. You are not just thinking positively, you are constructing a spiritual reality that must translate into physical form. This is not blind faith. This is divine architecture. And if ever you catch yourself slipping, speaking fear, doubt, sarcasm, disbelief, correct it instantly, cancel it out. Speak again with double power. Say, I revoke every false word. I only speak truth. I am rich, I am ready, and I receive now. This is how you shift timelines. This is how you move from waiting to receiving. You build it in your word, and the word becomes flesh. Let the world call it delusion. Let others call it luck. You know better. You know that the mouth is the steering wheel of destiny, and you have taken the wheel. You are no longer on autopilot. You are declaring every turn. You are commanding your good. So speak, and speak boldly. Speak as one who remembers who they are. Speak until the vibration is undeniable. Speak until the lottery aligns with your light. What you see in your mind is more powerful than what you see with your eyes. The outer world is simply a delayed reflection of the inner picture. If you desire to win the lottery, you must first see it clearly, not with physical sight, but with the eyes of spirit. This inner vision is the womb of manifestation. It is where your miracle takes shape, where your desire becomes alive, and where divine intelligence receives your instructions. Close your eyes, and feel the weight of that winning ticket in your hand. Not just any ticket, the one. The exact one. See the numbers lined up perfectly. Hear the voice announcing the jackpot amount. See your name appearing on the screen. Hear the gasp of joy in your home. Feel the surge of energy move through your body. That electric moment of, yes, this is happening to me. Don't just imagine it, inhabit it. Feel it in your bones. Breathe it in like oxygen. Touch it with your soul. Your imagination is not fiction. It is the preview of what's coming. It is the factory of the future, and the universe always gives form to the image held most strongly in the mind. This is why most people never manifest what they want. They allow fear to paint the picture. They see themselves disappointed again. They imagine checking the numbers and sighing in defeat, and so unconsciously they manifest exactly what they saw. But you're creating a different picture now. One where winning is natural, one where miracles are normal, one where your faith makes the invisible visible. And as you hold that image with unwavering confidence, it begins to magnetize all the pieces toward you. The numbers, the timing, the alignment, all of it rushes into place. The key is to feel the scene as if it's real, not distant, not someday, but now. Get familiar with that version of yourself, the one who's already won. How do they walk? How do they speak? What kind of posture do they hold? How do they dress? Breathe, move through the day. Embody that energy now. Live in that version today. Because when you match the energy of the thing you want must appear. It is law. Let the vision become your truth. Let it be more real than your bank account, more real than the opinions around you. The world may not see it yet, but the spiritual realm is already preparing the way. Spirit is not waiting for proof. It responds to belief. It responds to vibration. And when your inner world becomes solid with faith, your outer world has no choice but to follow. Use your imagination daily like a sacred practice. Sit quietly and enter the scene. Build it richer each time. Add color, sound, texture, emotion. Smell the fresh ink of the check. Hear the news anchor say your city and smile, knowingly. Feel the call from the lottery office confirming your identity. Let your mind become the stage where your destiny plays out before it ever touches earth. This is not pretending. This is creating. This is aligning with the version of you that already exists in a higher vibration, the you who already won, already celebrated, already received. And when you stay long enough in that scene, your emotions will shift, your energy will rise. And that's when you know it's near. You do not win by logic, you win by vibration, by belief, by the power of your image and the clarity of your emotion. And when the vision becomes so familiar that it feels like memory, you have collapsed time. You are no longer hoping, you are remembering. You are no longer reaching, you are receiving. And spirit has no resistance left to bring it to you. You must understand, there is no competition in spirit, none. What is yours, by divine right. You don't have to fight for it, beg for it, or outperform anyone else to receive it. The moment you think you're in competition with the world, you forget that you are backed by the infinite. And the infinite does not operate in lack. It doesn't ration blessings. It doesn't compare resumes or tally up worthiness. It simply responds to alignment. You are already chosen, already favored, already written into the script of abundance. The lottery doesn't have to be won by struggle or randomness. It can be won by resonance. You don't win because you need it more than someone else. You win because you match the energy of having it, because you walk in the knowing that no one can take what's already marked for you. What is divinely assigned cannot be intercepted, delayed, or redirected. The world may teach you to hustle, to compete, to prove yourself, but manifestation invites you to remember yourself. To remember that you were born worthy, born with inheritance, born under grace. You are not trying to become something. You are returning to who you've always been, a powerful co-creator with the universe. There is no scarcity in the realm of the spirit. There are infinite paths, infinite prizes, infinite ways for your good to arrive. If one door seems closed, another is already being built. If one number sequence doesn't align, another one is forming, guided by your vibration. You are not in a race, you are in a divine flow, and the moment you release comparison, you free yourself to receive. Look around and bless the abundance you see in others, not with envy but with recognition, because their blessing is proof of possibility. Every jackpot winner is not a rival, they are a mirror showing you what's available, and when you celebrate their win, you increase your own vibration. You move from competition to confirmation, from resistance to receptivity. Say it boldly, I compete with no one. What is mine flows to me by divine timing. I am always in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. When you carry that certainty, you become magnetic. You stop chasing, and you start drawing. You stop stressing, and you start allowing. And the energy of allowance is where miracles bloom. There is an ease to the spiritual way, a softness. You don't have to grip tightly. You don't have to figure out how or when or through whom. You only have to know that it's coming. To walk as if it's already been decided in your favor, because in truth it has. You must begin to speak and move with the confidence of someone already selected, like someone whose ticket is already printed, like someone whose numbers are already dancing into position. That kind of faith is irresistible to the universe. It creates waves. It rearranges timelines. It calls forth the unseen. And when doubt tries to creep in, and it will, you simply respond, I trust divine order. I trust my selection. I trust the timing of my miracle. Speak that until it becomes louder than your fear, until it drowns out the noise of the world and anchors you in truth. You are not here to compete. You are here to claim, not with force, but with faith, not through struggle, but through spiritual authority. You are not waiting to be picked. You are simply allowing what's already yours to find you. Your win isn't dependent on odds. It's dependent on energy. And once you carry the vibration of certainty, of being chosen, of being enough, everything changes. The system bends, the pieces move, and suddenly what the world calls impossible becomes inevitable. Poverty is not just a condition, it is a consciousness, and consciousness creates reality. The greatest barrier between you and your manifested lottery win isn't the odds, or the delay, or even the numbers. It's the silent agreement with limitation that lives in your subconscious mind. You cannot hold on to thoughts of lack and expect a life of overflow. You cannot secretly feel unworthy and attract a flood of abundance. Spirit responds to the energy behind the desire, and if that energy is coded in fear, scarcity, or self-doubt, the manifestation remains out of reach, not as punishment, but as protection. Because you must be able to hold what you receive. That's why it's time to uproot every hidden belief that whispers, I'm not lucky, I don't deserve this, it's too good to be true. These thoughts may seem harmless, but they are silent thieves. They rob your manifestation in the invisible. They cloud your vibration. They close the door that faith is trying to open. And every time you think them, speak them, or agree with them, you reinforce the very condition you wish to escape. But here's the truth. You were never meant to carry those beliefs. They were passed down, picked up, absorbed from the world. And now you get to release them. You get to rewire your subconscious and choose a new identity. One rooted in divine inheritance. One that says, I am rich in thought, rich in spirit, rich in destiny. Because abundance isn't something you earn, it's something you align with. You must train your mind to expect wealth, not hope for it, not wish it would show up one day. Expect it like sunrise. Speak it like oxygen. Know it like you know your own name. That kind of expectation has gravity. It pulls. It commands. It transforms. Affirm now, I cancel every belief in lack. I release all scarcity patterns. I am available only for overflow, for increase, for divine wealth. The moment you say that with conviction, you shift. You cleanse the inner atmosphere. You send a new frequency into the universe, and the universe always responds, because lack is not a spiritual truth. It's a human illusion. Spirit knows no limitation. It creates galaxies with a whisper, pours rain on deserts, and multiplies with ease. If you can hold the idea of winning in your spirit, the same force that shapes stars can shape your outcome. Your job is not to obsess over the how. Your job is to maintain the vibration. And that means protecting your mind like sacred ground. Refuse to let thoughts of defeat take root. Catch them early. Replace them immediately. Speak truth over them. Remind your subconscious, I am safe to receive. I am open to miracles. I am the energy of wealth itself. Let your inner dialogue be your daily declaration. Let your thoughts become rich, expansive, bold. Let your imagination dance in luxury, and your words rise with power. Because once your inner world is clean and clear, your outer world begins to reflect the upgrade. Stop looking for signs that it won't happen. Start looking for evidence that it's already on the way. Start noticing the small ways abundance finds you, the unexpected gift, the kind gesture, the opportunity that shows up out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are echoes, glimpses, proof that the shift has begun. And each time you acknowledge them, you amplify the frequency. You increase the signal. You declare more of this. I am ready for more. There is nothing noble about struggling. There is nothing spiritual about lack. True spirituality is overflow. It is expansion. It is stepping into your divine identity with boldness and saying, I was never meant to shrink. I was meant to shine. I was meant to have more than enough. Now walk with that energy. Let it saturate your being. Let it melt away every old belief that ever told you otherwise. Because you're not manifesting from need anymore. You're manifesting from knowing, from power, from truth. Divine timing is not delay. It is precision. It is orchestration beyond logic, beyond effort, beyond human understanding. When you plant the seed of your desire, especially something as grand and miraculous as winning the lottery, you must remember that it begins to grow the moment it is spoken in faith. But just because you don't see the roots forming beneath the surface doesn't mean nothing is happening. Spirit works in silence first, quietly rearranging, softly aligning, preparing the way for your harvest to arrive exactly when you are most ready to receive. That is why trust is the highest form of manifestation. Anyone can speak a desire, but the one who rests in belief while nothing appears to be happening, that's the one who holds the power. Because waiting in fear slows the current, but waiting in faith expands it. It invites the universe to move freely, without resistance, without pressure, and that freedom is where miracles breathe. You must learn to let go of the question, when will it happen? That question is rooted in lack, in control, in anxiety. Instead, ask, how can I enjoy the becoming? Because manifestation is not about urgency, it's about trust. And nothing builds trust more than recognizing the perfection of divine timing. The exact day, the exact moment, the exact ticket already exists, already chosen, already blessed. Your only task is to stay in alignment long enough to meet it. Imagine the energy of that moment when your numbers match. The surge in your chest, the joy that overtakes your body, the shock and clarity that collide in your spirit. Now ask yourself, do you want that moment rushed, forced, or do you want it delivered with grace, in the highest possible way, with no cracks in the foundation? Divine timing doesn't just bring the thing, it brings the version of you that can hold it, manage it, celebrate it, and expand from it. So breathe, rest, release the need to control the outcome. The universe has a clock that runs on truth, not tension. And when you relax into its rhythm, you become magnetic. You stop striving and start allowing. You begin to attract rather than chase. And that shift is what brings the manifestation closer. Not your effort, not your worry, but your surrender. Say aloud with confidence, Everything is unfolding for me. I trust the divine pace of my miracle. I am always on time for my abundance. When you speak like that, you align with a higher intelligence. You declare that you are no longer shaken by appearances, no longer moved by time. You step out of the timeline of panic and into the timeline of power, and in that timeline, delay does not exist. There is only preparation, refinement, and perfect delivery. The seed does not rush the soil. The butterfly does not panic inside the cocoon. There is a sacred process happening, even when it feels like nothing. So hold the vision, speak your truth, celebrate every step along the way, because even the quiet moments are full of movement. The pause is not the end, it's the sacred inhale before the miracle breathes into form. Trust the quiet, trust the waiting, trust the stillness between the asking and the arrival. Your win is not lost, it is simply ripening. And just as the sun rises at the appointed hour, so too will your manifestation emerge at the exact moment your soul is ready to embrace it fully. Hold your vibration steady, keep your faith sharp, and walk as if every step is leading you closer, because it is. The ticket, the numbers, the news, it's all on schedule, not a second early, not a moment late, but right on divine time. And now you stand in full alignment. Your words have power, your vision has clarity, your belief has deepened. You no longer hope for a miracle, you know it's already in motion. You've shifted from fear to faith, from wishing to claiming, from waiting to walking as the winner you already are in spirit. You're not here to play small, you're not here to second-guess your desires, you are here to create, to command, to co-author your life with the infinite. The lottery, the wealth, the abundance, it's not separate from you. It's drawn to you by your vibration, summoned by your certainty, attracted by your unwavering trust in divine law. So step forward now, not as someone trying to win, but as someone who's already won in the unseen. Every word you speak, every image you hold, every doubt you dissolve, is building the bridge to your manifestation. Walk it with joy, walk it with authority, walk it with gratitude so loud the universe has no choice but to respond. You are ready, you are chosen, you are magnetic, and the jackpot has no choice but to meet you. It is done.